Hi guys, it's Patricia and welcome to Tester Tuesday, the new spring and summer edition. We're going to do about 5 weeks of covering new scents. What I like to do is I order 3 tester sets, 2 of which I pop the wax out and melt here in my bedroom, and 1 I keep kind of as a master set. Now I will be getting the bars in probably tomorrow or Wednesday, so I'm hoping, as I film this video, it's Monday, but I'm hoping to get those soon so I can actually save some of my testers for some of my tester bag kits. Anyway, so what I do is I pry the wax out. If you're wondering, 2 of these equal 1.5 cubes. And the best way to get wax out of a tester, in my experience, is take a sharp paring knife, just score right down the middle and kind of pry it out. It usually comes out very easily that way. Option 2 is you can set it upside down in a warmer. Problem with option 2 is sometimes if you forget about it, the wax heats up, drops out, and then your dish is sitting in hot wax. So I usually do option 1. But how did we do with last week's votes? Well, the new Scents Editions always gets lots of votes, and I think we had 288 votes. I don't think that's a record. It might be very close. So very, very close. I didn't dig out and see what the record was. But in first place with 32% of the vote, we have this creamy colored wax, and it is Vanilla Waves. In second place with 28% of the vote, so those two are very close, we have this peach colored wax, Tangerine Creamsicle. And in third place, we have this baby blue colored wax called Make a Splash. And that was a bit behind with 15% of the vote. So let's talk about our first place scent this week. It is Vanilla Waves. And on cold sniff, this is, I would say light to medium, but closer to light. And this is a new release in the bakery section. Now I would caution you, I'm gonna call this a BBC. It's a bakery body care scent to me. So let me read you the scent description. It says, sea salt and whipped vanilla crash into sticky caramel for an elegant fusion of opposites. So I don't think this is a true bakery because even once you warm it, there's another kind of body care-esque note that comes out. So what I'm going to do is kind of go over the notes here and then give you a picture of what this scent smells like. So sea salt, I don't really get a lot of salt. I get a little bit of salt, not a ton. Whipped vanilla, yes. And there's a picture I'm going to show you that kind of shows you what whipped vanilla kind of feels like. And sticky caramel. To me, the caramel is very minimal in this scent. There's just a little bit, very minimal. So what I thought was, as I warmed this, there was a couple other notes that came out. So you can definitely get creamy vanilla. You get the tiniest bit of salt and a tiny bit of caramel. I don't get a lot of that. So there's a dessert called Il Flottant, and I may be mispronouncing that, but basically I will put a picture here. There is an ice cream kind of custard base. So if you're making ice cream, you can make it with like cream, sugar, or you can add egg yolks. I feel like this would be like a creme anglaise, which is basically like a cream, egg yolk, sugar, liquid combination. If you freeze that, it becomes ice cream. But there's this dessert that you put creme anglaise on the bottom. There's a little bit of drizzle of caramel, and the caramel's not a dark, deep caramel. It's a very light caramel, and it's not very noticeable to me. The flottants are like meringue clouds that sit in that like sauce and they give a fluffiness, and this has a little bit of vanilla fluffiness. And then some Il Flottant are garnished with slivered almonds, and I definitely get a very gentle, not a cherry influence, not an almond extract influence, a very gentle, creamy, nutty almond influence. But the thing that kind of sets this apart is I feel like there's honeycomb. And please don't get scared when I say that, but I feel like there's honeycomb in this, which almost has a little bit of floral tendency. And that's where the body care-esque version comes in. So if you combine all those things, it's like a creamy, dreamy vanilla scent. There's a little bit of sweetness, a tiny bit of saltiness, but you get like almost like a little bit of a sweet floral honey almond note as well. All that together combines for a very lovely, lovely scent. I really, really like this. It's different. I like it. We haven't had anything like this at all. And I joked around on my first sniffs. I said this reminded me of a summarized version of Vanilla Bean Noel. Because Vanilla Bean Noel has vanilla and caramel and cookie, but this is kind of like a summer version. It's a little bit lighter and fluffier and like a little bit of body care-esque. Like I would think lotion. It smells like a lotion, but a delicious lotion. So anyway, what I did was I took my 2 testers here and I warmed it in my 25 watt Winter Stag warmer, which I love that warmer. It's a ceramic warmer. This one was really long lasting. I had this going over 40 hours over a 3-day span. And the strength of throw is about 6 to 6.5 in this small to medium bedroom, so not super strong, but it really ticked along at 6 to 6.5 for a long, long time, and it just gradually declined. So I was really pleased with the performance of this. And I think if you're someone that likes creamy vanilla scents, but you like a little bit of a hint of body care, you're okay with that. Kind of like what they're doing with that Boom Boom cream. I think you would really enjoy this. So I would probably stick to small zones for this. I don't know if this would hold up to a big open layout at all, but this would be phenomenal as a mixer. If you want to add a little bit of creamy dreaminess, vanilla style to a scent, go for this in the spring and summer especially, or you could do it fall and winter. This is going to be very versatile. I hope this sticks around. Would it be a repurchase for me? Yes, it would. It's not overly strong, but I think it's strong enough, and I think it's a good steady ticker, and that is Vanilla Waves. Okay, so let's talk about our second place scent this week. It is the peach colored wax of Tangerine Creamsicle. This on cold sniff is about a medium intensity, and this was definitely my favorite on cold sniffs of the new release, and this is in the citrus category. The scent description is icy tangerine blended with mango and vanilla cream swirl make the sweetest tropical treat. It's a little bit tropical. I think the mango is what does it, but you definitely get that sweet, dreamy clementine, and clementine's a little bit softer to me than an orange. Oh, okay, we're not going to talk a lot about this because to me, if you smelled this, it's very similar on cold to warm, but basically imagine like an orange creamsicle or even the orange dreamsicle bar that Scentsy used to have, but make it better. Make it so that it's a little bit more sophisticated and everything is nice, and the iciness definitely comes out. There's like a bright, airy tone to it. It's done so well. I said in my live video about this scent, I said this is like a pastry chef, and pastry chefs don't just do pastry, they do desserts. So they are able to finesse and extract the best out of any simple ingredient and make it taste wonderful. And that is what they did with this scent to me. This is really well done. So let me tell you, it's not overly strong. I wish it was stronger. It was about 6 out of 10 here in my bedroom. Again, I used 2, which is about 1.5 cubes. I left it going 2 days, 25 hours. So would I repurchase this? I definitely would. Would I warm this in my open layout? No. I don't think you could handle it there. I would say enclosed small to medium zones. And if you're someone that likes Scentsy's Orange Dreamsicle, this to me is better. Oh, it's so good. I love it. I just wish it was stronger, but it would definitely be a repurchase for me, and that is Tangerine Creamsicle. Okay, so let's talk about our third place scent this week. Lots of scents. It is Make a Splash in this very pretty, almost not quite the color shirt that I have. It's like a blue-green color. This is medium on cold sniff. But let me tell you, when I smelled this the other day, it smelled stronger. Definitely stronger than it did when I first got my tester, so I don't know about that. This is in the fresh category. Scentsy describes this as dewy melon and fresh green apple dive into refreshing turquoise waters. So, do I get melon? Yes, I do. There's lots of melon in here. It gives a very sweet intensity. I don't know if it's like watermelon or honeydew or like a medley of melons that they buzz together. I can't differentiate. I don't think it's cantaloupe, but I feel like it's maybe honeydew and watermelon and some sort of generic melon scent. And green apple, I don't really get green apple like myself, but green apple is usually a little bit tartar than like a Macintosh or Red Delicious, so I could probably see that a little bit. Turquoise waters, I would say it's a very fresh, a little bit of aquatic, but very sweet and tropical in nature. Now, I think turquoise waters would imply tropical, because I know here in Nova Scotia we don't have turquoise waters. We're more like Atlantic air water. But this instinctively makes me think to put it in a bathroom. But I warmed it here in my bedroom. And let me tell you, I was shocked. It's strong. Like, it did really well here in my bedroom. I would say 8.5 to 9 out of 10. Like, it was so strong, I felt like I could taste it. And it was very sweet and a little bit floral to me. This reminds me of a couple of things. And you have to be familiar with Scentsy, but if you're not, I'll try to explain. Okay, so you have Beach Daisy, which is melon, apple, and daisy. And Beach Daisy and Blue Grotto got together for the day, which is very like tropical, sweet, citrusy. And those two went over to Mahalo Coconut's house, but Coconut wasn't home, just Mahalo. And that's what all this reminds me of. That is Make a Splash. It's very much reminds me of Beach Daisy and Blue Grotto. And there's something about it that reminds me of Mahalo Coconut, but there's no coconut. So if you kind of wish you liked Mahalo Coconut, but you don't really like coconut part, then you might want to pick up Make a Splash. Anyway, the problem with this one is the other ones did so well, and I have 3 scents, and I decided to warm them all here in my bedroom, so I was kind of rushed. And I'm actually leaving for work in a few minutes. But I'm going on day 2 right now, and we're at the 26-hour mark. So like I told you, very strong starting out. And I would say around the 12-hour mark, it started to dissipate. Now it's about 3 or 4 out of 10 in my warmer, maybe 3 out of 10. And I'll probably leave it going maybe another, I'll get home from work and I'll leave it going for a bit and then turn it off. But I think if you like any of these scents, or you think you would like a combo of Beach Daisy, Blue Grotto, Mahalo Coconut, then you definitely want to pick up Make a Splash. I think this would probably be able to be warmed anywhere because it was very strong. Now the problem is it may not be like more than a 1-dayer in an open concept, because when you put scents in an open concept, they start out strong and then they just diffuse through the air. So you feel like you lose them a little bit faster and they don't last quite as long. That's my experience. I definitely struggled with this intensity at the beginning. So again, if you wanted to cream it out, you could add a little bit of vanilla waves. But would I repurchase this? Well, I don't really have to because I have a bar kit coming, but I definitely will try on my open layout and see how it does. So far, I'm pretty pleased with this, and it got a pretty good family rating with my family when I did my first sniffs with them, and that is Make a Splash. Okay, so now this is the portion of the video where we are going to be drawing for 6 more scents. So I'm going to draw 6 scents. You guys are still going to only vote for 2 scents by early Wednesday morning down in the comments section below. And if you cannot vote on YouTube videos, find my Instagram post and put your vote there. It's Patricia Gates. So these are new to the catalog scents or new release scents, excluding My Hero and Watermelon Tangerine, which we've already reviewed on Tester Tuesday. So scent number 1 is Coral Waters. I have them in a little bag here. Scent number 2, that's why you hear jingling, Totally Mini, which is in the licensed bar collection. Scent number 3, Sand Swept. Scent number 4, oh my gosh, there's hair everywhere. I don't know, I must be shedding. Oh boy, there's hair everywhere. Scent number 5, Coastal Sunset. And scent number 6, Magnolia Linen. So let me just review. We have all new release scents. So isn't that interesting? Scent number 1, Coral Waters. Scent number 2, Totally Mini. Scent number 3, Sand Swept. Scent number 4, Oh Boy. Scent number 5, Coastal Sunset. And scent number 6, Magnolia Linen. So thanks for spending the last few minutes with me. I hope you guys have a great day in your neck of the woods. I hope this video helps you in some way. If it did, give me a thumbs up. If you're new, consider subscribing, and I will see you guys in the next video.